Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. Today, finally doing the NA Miata after many days of not doing it. Finally going to start working on it. And I also have the next project that we're going to work on. The 1932 Ford, but it's a little bit fucked up. Not really sure, just floating panels and looks not legit at all. But this is what we're going to be doing next. Let me just double check here what it actually is. It's a 32 Ford twin car V8. This thing has quite a bit of customization options that we can do to it. I've seen you can make it look completely factory, or you can turn it into a complete drag car. So this thing's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to do this next. I'm still looking for some more mods. I appreciate your guys' suggestions from the last episode. So what I'm going to do today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to restore this Miata, but I also got the Pagani DLC, so we have access to the speed track now. So I was thinking I might take some of the previous cars that we've restored to the speed track and see what is the fastest out of everything that we've restored. I'm assuming it's gonna be the Focus RS, just because the Crown Vic didn't seem too fast. It could be the Skyline. The Skyline might be pretty quick. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do this kind of a little bit differently and kind of speed it up. I'll just have another one of those weird ass rear suspensions. Yes, it does. Oh, no, this one has a totally different suspension. What the fuck? Oh, great. Great. That's cool. I love when it's different. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull the motor real quick so I can get it on the stand. So we can get this out of here and start stripping the whole car down. But first, let's pull the transmission. Per usual. I don't know how... I mean, as of right now, it seems like everything is in order. This rear setup on the suspension just doesn't seem right to me for some reason. I don't know why. I've seen the rear suspension setup on my Miata, and it just does not look like that. So, I don't know. We'll see. But the motor is it's almost intact. At least we have the head on this one compared to the last ones where it's literally a block and a crankshaft. And that's it. So we won't... Hopefully we can repair it, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do performance parts in this one. I probably should, considering, you know, NA Miatas are horrifically slow from factory, so it might be worth doing. But we're missing most of it, really. Actually, a lot of it. Oh, God. Yep, more money. Also, I did earn some more money. I sold a lot of the cars that I had restored previously that were just hanging out in my garage. A lot of you were telling me to sell some parts, like old parts that couldn't go on cars anymore. I did that. Really doesn't earn you that much money. I think I got about $4 grand from doing that. So I sold all the other cars that I had restored that were just hanging out in my garage. So money isn't a concern anymore, which is good, because it was getting concerning how much I was spending and not earning from just keeping these cars that I'm trying to restore. All right, so I think we got everything out of the... Yeah, we got everything out of the engine bay. Let me just throw the battery on the charger. And then we'll work on just ripping the suspension out of underneath. And then we'll start working on fixing all these parts and trying to get them back in here. I'm going to tear down the engine too after the suspension. But yeah, so I'm going to tear down... So I think we just front rear suspension is all that's left on this thing to tear out. Yep, okay. So I'm going to work on the rear. Because this is going to be the... This is just a weird setup. I don't think I've seen this setup before. It's got upper and rear suspension arms. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start tearing this down, then we'll tear down the front, repair everything, and then we'll start putting it all back together. I'm not sure how much there is in terms of customization. Oh, well, you can see it right here. There actually is quite a few bumpers and... You can put a roll bar in it. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. We're probably... I don't know. We might just do a non-factory what am I trying to say? Fucking restoration. And just go and put some weird shit in it and put some power in it. What the heck? Oh, that's for the Ford. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got some options. We can make it look cool, which is good. Because the standard Miata doesn't look the best. You gotta do something to it to make it look good, otherwise it's just a giant bubble. So, yeah, I'm gonna tear this stuff down, and then we'll work on getting everything fixed, and start start putting it all back together. And like I said, I'm going to change it up a little bit from what I have been doing recently and just trying to speed this up so that way we don't have another hour-long video. And I want to be able to take the other cars to the speed track and kind of compare times and speeds against all the ones that we've done so far, because it's pretty much just a drag strip. So unfortunately, I don't think we can't race one car versus another. You can kind of just go on the track. So we'll compare times and top speeds and stuff like that. So let me get this torn down, and then we'll start working on the repairs. All right, so we've gone ahead and we've pulled everything out of the car. I've repaired as much as I can. I've got the new wheels and tires set up and balanced. I bought as many parts as I know I'm going to need, but I probably forgot something because that is typically what happens here. I'm not working on the engine yet. We'll try to get this thing put back together suspension-wise. But let's go ahead and use the welder and see what color this is, because as of right now, it's just rusty as hell. Oh, and it's green. Like a dark military green. And I forgot a part on the car. I wonder if I forgot on this side. I did. The fenders. Okay. Well, I wonder, can I repair those? Well, I can repair one of them. Well, that's good. Better than none, I guess. There are always some weird colors. Miatas don't come in this color, but it's alright. Looks okay. Kind of cool. I'm going to change it, though. I'm going to try to get as close to my actual color that I can, which is pretty difficult, actually. Let's go ahead and do the interior clean as well while we're here. So we should have everything we need to put this car back together for the suspension. The engine is going to be a little bit more of a task, just because every single time I get one of these cars, they're always just torn apart. The engines are always just completely gone. And I knew I forgot something immediately. I knew I did. Fuel tank. You can never always forget the fuel tank. All right, let's see how many pieces. Oh, we're going to need a rear suspension cross member. That's great. Of course. Here goes the money spending right here. Just spending all the money. How much is this? 585 bucks. Of course. I mean, not as expensive as real life, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help when I had the part and I couldn't repair it. But we're just going to start throwing this thing together. I believe I have all the rubber bushings. I bought 26 of them, and I think that's enough. I might be 2 over than what I actually need, but I'm trying to get rear sway bar B. That's what I thought. I knew we needed sway bars. I wasn't sure which one, so I didn't want to buy the wrong one, because I've done that before. Also, I've noticed with this sway bar doesn't connect to anything. It's just floating. Not connected to a sway bar end link or anything like that. It's just in the universe. I need a bottom suspension arm B. That's great. I'll go ahead and buy that. Let's see if we need the top suspension arm too for the fronts. Oh. Yeah. No, wait, actually, no, I don't think the fronts take a bottom suspension arm B. Bottom suspension arm B. Let's go ahead and just buy that now for the other side, because we're going to need it. I think the fronts just take the normal bottom suspension arm, not the B. I already did the suspension, so that just goes right in. Don't think there's really much else. Rear axle cover, we're going to need one of those. Rear wheel hub. Of course, already bought the wheel bearings, brakes, rear drive axle B. Thank God we don't need to buy those. Let's see how we are on calipers. I'm going to need to buy 1 caliper and 3 of the cylinders. Well, that's great. That's good. All right, so let's go ahead and just buy those while we're here. 1 caliper, 3 of the cylinders. And we're also going to need... what the hell did we... Oh, the bottom suspension? No. Wait. What? Yes. No. The fuck did we need to buy? I don't remember. There was some... Oh. Oh, we need the rear axle cover and the rear wheel hub. That's what we needed. So where would that be? Rear axle cover and rear wheel hub B. There we go. We should be good. Go ahead and throw the fuel tank in while we're at it. And let's put the fuel pump. Performance. I decided I'm going to do performance. If we're going to change how the car looks, might as well put performance parts in it. Rear axle. Really? Of course. Rear axle knuckle housing D. Why not? Need all the parts. Oh, that's not legit at all. The bottom suspension arm's just going to be going through the exhaust later. So that'll be good. I don't understand what it is with these modded cars. Everything works perfectly except the exhaust. There's always some weird issue with the exhaust, and I don't get it. I don't know why that's the case, but it is always the case. Like, look, that's just going to go right through the suspension arm. That's legit. That's how it works in real life. 100% accurate. This rear suspension was not as bad as like the Skyline. The all-wheel drive Skyline rear suspension was really messed up. This one actually wasn't too bad. It's very resemblant of the front suspension with the dual suspension arms and everything. I don't know how accurate that is, though. I mean, I've seen my rear suspension setup on my Miata, and I just don't... It doesn't look familiar. Also, this differential is massive. And Miata diffs are not massive at all. There's no power going through them. They don't need to be massive. All right, let's start working on the front half here and see what we forgot. I'm going to need to get the front sway bar and probably front sway bar end links A, I believe is what we're going to need. I'm just going to buy them. It's probably a mistake. Probably just spent money I didn't need to spend, but whatever. So, yeah, we should have everything else. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. We're going to need to buy a radiator because I didn't have one. We should have everything else in the engine. Oh, we need the top... oh, look, another steering rack going through the engine block. Oh, we need a steering rack, too. Of course. Why is it always the most expensive parts? Why can't I run out of the cheap stuff? I gotta buy all the expensive shit all the time. That's the stuff that you can't repair and breaks. Okay, let's see. I think we're good. Everything in the middle. I need to start... Come on, camera. There we go. All right, front steering knuckle B. We're going to need one of those. Of course. Let's just put in front because we're going to need a lot of front shit. Front steering knuckle B. Bottom suspension arm. We're good on both of those. Thankfully. Let's see, the upper suspension arm. We're going to need one of those. Go ahead and get that now. Let's actually put the shock absorber in there and double check that we need... Oh, it is sway bar end link B. God damn it. Yep, bought the wrong part. Of course. Well, you never buy parts when you're not sure. I needed the upper suspension arm is what I needed. Ooh, learned to spell. Upper suspension arm. Okay. All right, let's finish getting all this stuff in before we move to the wheel hub area. And then the other side should go relatively quick, considering we're going to have all the pieces, unless we're going to be missing some stuff up here, which is like wheel hubs, which we have both, thankfully. Already bought the bearings. Already bought all the brakes. All that should be good. Bought new caps as well. So this should all be fine. We shouldn't have any issues here. So the other side, yeah, should button up pretty quickly. I don't think we're going to be missing anything. And I think that side is... The camera is just not being friendly today. I think this side's good. I think we're done on that side. So let's move to this side. Jesus. God, the camera is just a pain in the ass sometimes. It's the one thing that drives... It's like spin tires. The same issue with spin tires. You just... It's a great game and you love playing it, but the camera makes you want to rip your hair out. Ridiculous. Alright, so this should go together pretty quickly. That and the menus. I'm getting rid of how many times you gotta click to confirm something is just... I get it. I know why they do it. Makes sense. Doesn't make it less obnoxious. Alright, so after this, we'll put the stuff back in the engine bay. We'll try to see what we've repaired body-wise. I think there was a door, rear bumper, stuff like that. We'll try to see if that stuff has been repaired and we can put back on the car. But we'll get the engine bay together. Then the last thing we have to do is put the engine together. And then throw the engine in the car. And we should be good. I think this is it. I think we're done here. Yep. I don't think we're missing anything on the suspension. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and throw the wheels on. I did change the wheels up. They're not... I mean, they're better than they were. They're still not great. I'm just not a big fan of any of the wheels. Like, they're just not great looking wheels. I wanted to find something that resembled my real wheels, and that's just not a thing. That's not. There was the closest one was because now I have the Pagani DLC. The closest set of wheels actually went to a Pagani, which I didn't want to buy Pagani wheels for a freaking Miata. It's like, that would just be absolutely ridiculous. More ridiculous than just having these, which aren't that bad. They're not bad. They're not great. The lug nuts are massive. Jesus. They really are. They really stick out. Good God. Okay. All right, let's lower this thing down and try to get the engine bay in. Engine bay put together. Got the battery done. Brake servo. We're going to need a radiator A. And then everything else. So more than likely radiator A, radiator fan housing, radiator fan housing fan. Classic. Classic radiator fan housing fan. Oh, it's not even the right one. God damn it. See? I keep doing this. I keep buying the wrong parts that I don't need. Then I just end up with aftermarket parts that are just gonna sit there. Anything else? So let's do the air filter base. So we need an air filter base and air filter top, because I know it didn't have one. Air filter base. Where's the top? Air filter cover. Go to the performance shop to get ourselves a performance air filter. 1 extra horsepower is really going to do a lot. Oh, we got to buy the clips too. God, I fucking hate these clips. Yep, clip A. Yeah, classic clip A. These things are ridiculous. I just need to buy 500 of these clips and just never think about them again. Crate full of clips. Okay. Get all the clips on there. Got to make it super authentic. I like that they went into detail with the clips, but they don't do like engine wiring or management or anything like that. It's just like that part doesn't matter, but the clips on the airbox make it legit. Make it accurate. I think we're done with the engine bay, so that's good. All right, so let's see what we have for the assembly. I know it had a driver door. That did not get repaired. Left fender did not get repaired. Come on. Right fender did get repaired, so we do have that. And I think we had a rear bumper too. And that did not get repaired. Okay, so we're literally going to have to buy every single body panel for this car. So that's cool. That's great. Spend the money. All right, and we're also going to need to do interior, which I should probably just go ahead and do now. I don't know what it originally had in it for the seats. It had RX-7 seats. I mean, that seems pretty accurate. That seems about right. We could probably do those again. Go ahead and just pick those up. We're going to need 2 seats. I'll do the RX-7 seats. I mean, it does seem to be the best thing to do. We could do RX-3 seats. Which ones are... I think I'm going to do RX-3 seats. They seem to be more accurate to what is actually in a Miata. They're not going to have the steering wheel. I know they're going to have a Mazda steering wheel, but it's not going to be the NA Miata one. It is going to be this one, an RX-7 wheel, which is very resemblant of the... Is that... the hell is this? Oh, it's a Pagani wheel. Holy shit. That's amazing. To put that in there. Put a Pagani steering wheel in a Miata. Only like a $10,000 steering wheel in a $3,000 car. Seems about right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Those aren't... I mean, the steering wheel is very accurate to the next generation Miata, like extremely. Not to this generation. The interior is actually very legit. Like, almost, it's extremely accurate. But the seats are just not, they're not going to work. Like, they're taller than the windshield. Like, it's not going to happen. Not going to work. Okay. So I think, let's do an overview. I think for the most part, we're done with the body and the suspension. We got to start working on the engine here. And let's go ahead and just add the block if we were able to fix it. We were, which is good. And add the crankshaft. We need crankshaft bearing caps, 4 pistons, and piston rings. So let's do... Nope, that's the body shop. Not where we want to go. All right, so piston rings from here. Just standard 4 piston rings. We're going to need crankshaft bearing caps. 3 of them. We're going to need 4 rod caps. There we go. And then let's go buy the performance pistons. We can actually get some power out of this car. Because that's the one thing I want with my real NA Miata, is more power. And it just does not have it. And if we can do anything to get it more power, that'd be great. I guess I could do it now. Couldn't do it in California. My car would get seized and crushed. Because, you know, my God, turbos are so dirty. They make your car run so dirty, which is completely not true at all. But, you know, you do your thing, California. I'll stick to Florida, where I can actually just do whatever the fuck I want, which is so nice. I should probably do that. I should just turbo my Miata now. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe it's time. Is that rod cap going through? Oh, it's definitely going through the side of the engine block. That's going to cause some problems. That's going to cause some issues. Okay. So, oil pan I4, oil filter I4. Things I don't have. And things I need. I kind of wish there was a quick option, if you were just looking at it, that you could just order the part just by pressing a button. That would make life so much easier. And cut down a lot on the menus, in and out of the menus all the time. That would be very nice. Alright, let's flip this thing the proper way. Oh, nope. That's not the proper way at all. There we go. So, performance-wise, we're going to have to buy the engine head, single overhead cam. So I found out this is a single overhead cam, which means that it is pre-94. So this is either an 89 through a 93, because once they went to, so this is a 1.6 liter, because the 1.8 liters were dual overhead cams. So we're getting closer on what year this Miata is, but it's a single overhead cam, so we're not going to be able to put a lot of power in it. There is a camshaft, but I want to see if they have a performance one, and they do. Good. Maybe we can actually put performance parts on this car, unlike the RS, where they just didn't allow you to put much on there. Camshaft caps. We need 5 of them. 5 camshaft caps. I also wish you could have just multiple tabs open in the web browser. That would just, again, make life much easier. Much, much easier. Just be able to tab between multiple things and just get what you want. But again, I think if they just eliminated some of the menus, it would just be really nice. Like if I could look at this ghosted part and it says I don't have it, just to be able to order it right then and there would be really nice. So that way I'm not constantly jumping in and out of menus and stuff like that. So let's see, ignition coil. I don't know if they're going to have that at the performance shop, but I do need the fuel filter anyway. So let's go ahead and order that and then just see about the ignition coil. Oh, they are going to have it. Oh, shit. We are going to be able to put some power in this car, which is nice. Very nice. I don't know how much power we're actually going to get out of it, because, I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it is a Miata. You can only do so much. Intake manifold, I don't know. Let's see. Help if I spelled it properly. Oh, they are going to have it. I don't know. I'm really interested in seeing how much power we're actually going to get out of this car with all the options we're able to put on it. I was pretty disappointed that the RS did not allow you to put that many options on it. I don't have one of those. Okay, so I need a throttle I4. Shit, what did I need? I needed a fuel rail DI. Throttle I4. Is that it? Doesn't look right. I'm not going to buy it because I've been buying too many random ass throttle I4. Yeah, that's it. It really doesn't look like it's going to fit. That looks like an actual throttle. This looks like a cylinder. Oh, it did fit. That's weird. Okay. What? Oh, it's an MPI, not a DI. God damn it. I'm just going to have so many leftover parts. It's going to be unbelievable. Maybe I can use them for another build or something someday, but my God. I really need to start not buying shit that I already have. Or don't need. Alright, engine head cover. I4. Let's see. Engine head cover I4? I don't think this is right. Nope, it wasn't. Damn it. Oh, we're just blowing money. Good thing I sold those cars. Good God. Because if I didn't, I would have ran out of money halfway through this build and just been stuck. Alright. So, we can do... I don't know if they have a... Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's just double check. Oh my God, yep. See? I bought that one last time and I had it and I almost just bought another one. Do I have a performance alternator? No. Power steering or water pump? No. Okay. Let's do the water pump I4. Water pump pulley. I'm just going to go ahead and buy that because you always need that. I don't even think I actually need that. I think this is a different style water pump setup. I'm just going to buy everything today that I don't need. What am I actually looking for? Alternator. Oh, so many extra parts just going to be laying around. But hey, that power steering pump came in handy, so more than likely all this extra shit that I'm blowing money on will come in handy at some point as well. So cam gear, I4 single overhead cam. Cam gear, I4 single overhead cam. Put that on. We're going to need a timing belt. Timing belt I4 single overhead cam. There you go. Probably going to need a idler. Idler pulley. No, belt tensioner. Okay. That's fine. That's right there. No biggie. We're going to need a cover too, the front cover. Yep, timing cover. Alright, timing cover. I4 single overhead cam. Or is it just I4? Nope. Single overhead cam. Jesus. They trick you. Oh, there we go. Idler pulley A, crankshaft pulley. Alright, let's just look up pulley because we're going to need both of those. So, crankshaft pulley I4. The idler wasn't in there. Roller A. Okay. We're also going to need serpentine belts. Probably... What do they want? Serpentine belt. Yep. Okay. So, serpentine belt A. I4. No. What? Serpentine belt A. I4. They don't have an I4. What the hell do they want me to put in here? Oh, it's just the serpentine belt. There's only one. Well, that helps. There we go. There it is. Okay. Oh, we do need another one. Serpentine belt A. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Just get it done. Fucking put the parts on the car. We're missing the exhaust manifold. Oh, you know why? Because we got to do spark plugs. That makes sense. Let's do performance spark plugs. We need 4 of these, and then we're going to look up the exhaust manifold, which we'll probably need this one. I4 single overhead cam, but I'm not going to buy it because it's probably not going to be the right one. What's going on lately is I'm just buying shit I don't need. Ignition wires as well for the single overhead cam. Okay. What are we missing here? What are we missing? Why let me put the exhaust... Does it need to be in the car? I haven't had that happen before. That's definitely missing the exhaust manifold. We got the intake manifold. No exhaust manifold. Okay. Well, I guess we're done with the engine. Considering that I can't put the exhaust manifold on, so I guess we'll have to do that in the car. Which is fine. Let's go ahead and move it over. We'll pull the engine off the stand. And we'll get it installed in the car. Move this piece of equipment back. There we go. There we go. Now can we do it? Oh, we got to do the underneath bit first. Okay, that makes sense. Let's also, while we're here, let's just go ahead and put oil in the engine. Because it really sucks when you're completely done and you don't put oil in the engine. That's not great. What does it say? #1 in the world. Premium motor oil. It's just random. Just no generic, just generic oil. Okay. So, I believe, for the most part, we're almost done. I got to put the transmission back in, drive shaft. Got to finish up the suspension. Got to do the clutch, flywheel, all that. So we're going to need to buy those real quick. Let's do gearbox. So flywheel, clutch, and the pressure plate. We need the release bearing as well. Got so many clutches. Ridiculous. Okay. So let me get the release bearing because I'm going to need that. Release bearing. Let's go gearbox. There we go. So clutch release bearing. The gearbox i4 rear wheel drive. Let's see how much one of these things are going to be. Gearbox i4, $1,500. Does this actually even do anything? I haven't proven that this actually does anything besides it just makes the transmission shiny. I don't know if it's worth it. Nah, fuck it. So we need a starter as well. Go ahead and just get that now. And let's try not to forget it this time. Because last time I almost had a heart attack. Completing the entire car. Everything was good. Then I couldn't start it. So, front exhaust section. Let's see if they have that in the performance shop. I don't know, though. I really don't. Exhaust. So, we're looking front exhaust section i4 single overhead cam. They do have it. Holy shit. This thing actually might be able to put down some pretty decent power. It's a little surprising. I gotta be honest. Oh, shit. Let's put the drive shaft on. Let's not forget that. Alright. So, drive shaft. And then we'll finish the... No fucking way. Alright, hold on. Let's just buy... I think I've noticed a massive gap in the exhaust system. And it would be a little bit ridiculous if that's how big the gap is. Please tell me that is so bad. They're not even close. That's legit as fuck. It dumps out here and the next one picks up here. The fuck is that? God damn, what is up with these cars? I don't get it. Like, coming out of the back, it looks fine, but what is this connection? That's passing emissions for sure. That's 100% legal. What the fuck? Alright, well, you know what? Whatever. I mean, I kind of know at this point that it's just, that's what it is. That's what it's becoming. Alright, let me put the starter in, because I don't want to forget that. Because that always sucks. Exhaust manifold that we don't have, but we can get from the performance shop, because I saw it in there earlier. I just didn't want to spend the money on it and it not be correct. There we go. We were actually able to put a good amount of performance parts on this car, which is... I'm very interested in seeing what the dyno numbers are going to be. Okay. I think we're done. I think everything mechanically is done. I gotta change these seats. They're freaking ridiculous. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy the RX-7 seats, like I originally was gonna do. I just... that really sucks. There's another $900 down the drain. Why not? Let's see if these sit any better or lower in the car. They probably won't. They look exactly the same. They're so tall. They're so tall. I mean, they do fit somewhat better. They're just massive. They just need actual seats for this thing. Okay. I think let's go ahead and just... Nope. Nope. Let's go ahead and move it over to the entrance. So we can actually just start buying the parts for it. Because then after that, we just got to paint it. And we should be good. So we're going to need pretty much everything. Pretty much every single body panel except the front right fender. Everything else we are going to need because we don't have. Oh, actually, I did take off this headlight. No, we need that as well. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to buy those parts, and then we'll put them on the car, then we'll get it painted, then we'll see what kind of dyno numbers we can get out of it after putting those performance parts on it. Because, yeah, we were able to do quite a bit. So I'm interested in seeing what kind of numbers we're going to get out of this thing. So let me get those body panel parts real quick. Okay, so I bought as much as I could, but there's still some pieces I'm missing, and I just want to make sure that I'm buying the right pieces before I spend more money on shit I don't need and am not going to use. So for the most part, I'm going to keep it somewhat stockish looking. I did buy a different front bumper with an attached lip to it, kind of like how mine has, or, well, technically had. The front lip got ripped off, so, you know, that was good. The rear bumper and everything is going to be just default, same with the trunk. I believe I can do a spoiler. Yeah, I can if I want to. Got upgraded taillights that they look all right. They're not great. It's really hard to find modified taillights for a Miata that don't look just absolutely terrible. So the front end is where I'm kind of like, I can put a roll bar in it if I want. And so what is it? Okay, so here's another thing is I didn't buy headlights because if you can see, they have two options, A and B, and I don't know what the difference is between A and B. So let's just buy both and just see what the difference is. I'm really not sure. I wonder if one's up and one's down. That would be kind of cool. So there's that. Okay, that one just looks like the standard one. Nothing crazy or fancy. Now let's do the B. And that is literally no different. Why? What? Let's close the hood too. Is there any difference? No, there's no difference. Well, then why? I don't get it. Why would you do that then? All right, well, okay, so I think the only thing that we're going to need to purchase is we're going to need the rear window, and this is where the big money comes into play. I don't know what this is here. Window back 2, I'm really not sure. But the front end, I can either do roll bar. Oh, is this a roll bar and a hard top? Oh, yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. It's a ton of money, but it's totally worth it. There we go. Put the rear window in as well. Don't think I bought a spoiler. I didn't. Okay. And we'll put the headlights in. I don't know what the difference with the headlights are. I really... Hold on. Let me take the front bumper off and see if maybe... Is there something that I'm missing with the headlights? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I think we're good there. Okay. Do I need... The real question is, do I need to put a spoiler on it? Because I'd prefer not to. I'd really prefer not to. I don't like many spoilers. It's hard to find ones that look good. Yeah, I don't want to put a spoiler in there either. So there are headlights that I can buy. I just... How do you... I can't get them in the car. And what is this piece? I don't know what that piece is. Is there anything that I'm missing back here? Doesn't look like I'm missing anything. I don't know. I think we're going to keep it this way. Let's just go ahead and pick up our license plates real quick. I'm not going to put one on the front. Just because, why? Why would anybody ever? Okay, so we'll do NA Miata. We'll purchase one. And then from here, I think we're good to go into paint. Put it on the back. There's originally an Alabama plate on this. That's legit as fuck. Okay. So there it is. Multicolored and looking kind of shitty. But let's see if we can get our paint. I'm not a fan of those taillights. I am not. I'm really not. I'm so not that I'm just going to pull them out and I'm going to put the stock ones in because those are ugly. I don't like them. I really don't. Let's just buy the stock ones. The stock ones aren't that bad. It's just, like I said, it's hard to find taillights that fit a Miata that, unless you go something really crazy like I did with my actual Miata, it's just hard to find taillights that work properly. I wonder if it's going to allow me to even do anything with this car with it missing as many parts as it is. I'm sure it will. The Focus wasn't concerned about not having front plates, and this thing shouldn't be concerned about not having a wing. Okay, well, let's paint, and let's see. This is where I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to recreate the color that I'm looking for here, because I'm trying to recreate my burgundy, which is just, I don't know how the fuck that's going to work, because that is such a unique color that I'm not really sure. It's like a dark, I don't know, I gotta play around with this, because it has like purple in it, so it's like kind of, oh, wait, nope. I need a good mix between, it's gonna be pink and reddish. I need to find a good middle ground between these two, because it's dark and somewhat purple. I mean, that's kind of close, but not really. I don't like that. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what... Okay, yeah, I think we're just going to go with... Let's just make it a little bit... There we go. We're going with this. This is as close as I think I'm going to be able to get to my actual color, and I bet you it's going to come out looking really... Nope, not assemble mode. I bet you it's going to come out looking really purple. It's going to be... It's kind of pink. It's a little bit pinky. It's like pink and red. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, that's not a good color. That's really not. All right, well, you know what? Why do I keep... What am I doing? Like I've never played this game before. I'm just going to go back to what I had, what my backup was going to be, because I knew I couldn't... That color that I have is so, like, unique that I really knew I wasn't going to be able to nail it, so I'm going to do the backup, which was this and that. There we go. We're just going to go white. You can never fail with white. Nothing's wrong with white. Stop going into assembly mode. It's like I've never played this game before. All right, we're going to the dyno. We're going to go to the dyno, and we're going to see what kind of power we can get out of this thing after doing those performance parts. And let's see. So stock horsepower was 114 horsepower, which is actually, that's pretty accurate to an actual NA Miata, 114 horsepower. So let's see what the performance mods I did boosted it to. Because we should be able to get, I'm hoping 200? 166. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. That's about 30, yeah, it's about 30 more horsepower than my actual Miata, but mine's the 1.8, this is the 1.6, so 166 is actually pretty decent a car that is as small as this, so 46% gain in horsepower. All right, I think we can call this one done. I think we can say that this is officially done. So what we can do now is I need to really stop going into car assemble mode. It's ridiculous. All right, so what we can do now is we can go and take some of the cars that we've already completed to the speed track. I'm not going to do the test track in the Miata because I'm definitely not going to get under a minute in this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the garage. I'm going to go pick up all the cars that we've restored previously, and then we're going to take them out and compare times and speeds against all of them. All right, so here's all the cars that we've restored in the past. We have the Ford Crown Victoria, the R34 Skyline, the NA Miata, and the Ford Focus RS. So we're going to take all four of these cars to the speed track and see what kind of times we can get and see what kind of top speeds we can get out of all four of these cars. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the NA, since we know that this, oops, we don't need to be even looking at this. Let's start with this because we know this is going to be the slowest car. All right, let's do the NA Miata. Let's see what kind of speeds and times we're going to get out of this. We're not going to hit any sort of fast speeds, I know that. And I'm also going to have to do a conversion. Geez, chirping going into second. Oh, super blur. And third. This thing should not be chirping it going in all these gears. I'm going to have to do a quick conversion too because it's in kilometers. And I got to do it for my American brain in miles per hour once we're done. So 0 to 50, or 0 to 100 kilometers is about 60 miles an hour. So that's 5.8 seconds. That seems much quicker than it should be. What are we doing? We're going way too fast. Let's see what kind of speed we can hit. We're not going to hit 200 kilometers an hour in a Miata. What is going on? Yeah, top speed 200 kilometers an hour, which is 124 miles an hour. I mean, that's somewhat accurate, I guess. But I would never do 124 miles an hour in a freaking Miata, that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down so that way we can compare it. So 124 with the NA Miata. And then we'll do the Crown Vic next, because I think the real comparison is going to be between the R34 and the RS. I'm really surprised that hit 124 miles an hour in a freaking Miata, which is a little bit insane. Which 166 horsepower, it's like, I don't know. That's a little strange. Why do I keep... It's like I've never played this game. I don't know what's going on. Let's just go ahead and go back to the speed track, and we'll take the Crown Vic. All right. Up next, Ford Crown Victoria. Go ahead and see what kind of speeds we can hit in this. That tack looks actually pretty accurate to the real one. That's a little strange. All right. This one should do more than 200 kilometers an hour. I'm guessing it's going to be about 200 and... I'd say 220. That should be about 140 miles an hour. So 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. It is a 0.1 seconds faster than a Miata, 0 to 60. This is not... These are not accurate numbers at all. Then again, this car does say it has 360 horsepower from factory, which is, again, not accurate by any means. Oh, it's a boat, though. It's like the real Vic when you're flying. It's just bouncing all around. 235 miles an hour, or kilometers, which is 146. So that's pretty accurate. That's pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. 146 miles an hour in the Crown Vic. And next we'll do the R34, and we'll see what kind of speeds we can get out of that. And then we'll finish it off with the Focus RS, because if the Focus RS doesn't beat an R34, then I'd be somewhat disappointed, but I mean, I'd understand. It is an R34, but it is a Focus RS, which is just as nice. Which many people are going to be mad that I said that, but I don't care. All right, speed track, R34. All right, R34. Go and see what kind of speeds we're going to get out of this thing. The RS is not going to beat this. There's no way. Jesus, breaking your neck. Chirp in a second. Probably going to chirp in a third. Not really, no. All right, okay, so 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. I'm going to write that down too. So 3.4, I'm writing this while driving, so that's not legit at all. 3.4 seconds, 0 to 60. Kind of top speed are we going to hit? Come on, I know you can go faster than this. Jesus, this thing is so fast. Okay, 246 kilometers an hour, which comes out to 152 miles per hour. Now, these aren't really top speeds, because it does stop you at some point. And this is also the Pagani DLC, so it's kind of meant for the Paganis to be going ridiculous speeds. So, yeah, you're not going to hit the absolute top speed, but, you know, you're going to get close. You're not going to hit 300 kilometers an hour. You're not going to do 186 miles an hour in some of these cars. So we're just getting kind of somewhat of a baseline, even though the numbers are just, they're a little bit all over the place. But we'll see how the Focus RS stacks up against all these other cars. All right, last but not least, Focus RS. Let's go ahead and see. Another, oh geez. Goes through the gears really quick. Oh, we're hitting crazy speeds. All right, so 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. So we beat out the R34 in 0 to 60 by a good 0.5 seconds, which is pretty decent. And I think we're gonna beat the top speed of it too. Come on, go into 6th gear. You're just maxing out in 5th. All right, 259 kilometers an hour, which comes out to 160. So the Focus RS is in fact actually the fastest out of all four. So That's all right. I really wasn't expecting that. I would have thought the R34 would have beat it, considering they're both all-wheel drive and the R34's engine should be producing more power, but I don't know. Maybe that new age technology against that old school technology just doesn't quite do it. All right, so the final numbers, the NA Miata did 124 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. The Ford Crown Vic did 146 miles an hour in 0 to 60, 5.7 seconds. The R34 did 152 miles an hour in 3.4 seconds, and the RS did 160 miles an hour with a 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. So the Focus RS is the fastest out of all four, and the Skyline is very close behind it, and somehow the Vic and the Miata are somewhat near each other, which I own a Crown Vic and a NA Miata, and that is bullshit. They are not near each other at all. So I don't know. It's not accurate. It's not meant to be accurate. It's just meant to be fun and see what stacks up against what, I guess. It would be nice to be able to actually like race two of them together, considering that is a drag strip. Maybe you could select two and race them. That would be pretty nice. But I'm going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we're going to restore this 32 Ford. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. Do you want to see it kind of just the factory, like rolling off the factory floor, or do you want me to turn it into a drag car? Because the options of it are pretty crazy what you can end up doing. So let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, remember to hit the like button. It's the easiest way to let me know you want to see more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.